Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio, Exploring Art. Today we're working on an art journal. The prompt is initials. You see me here gessoing the page, trying to make it a little stiffer. And here I have light molding paste. I've never used it before, so this will be my trial, I suppose. So I'm just putting a coating on there, and then I'm going to write in it and give it a little texture. I decided to write about my initials. So I'm like, my initials are MS, that stands for Margelle Shelley. I tried reading what I had written on there, and I can't read it after it's done. I'm just talking about my name and how in school nobody knew what my name was, but I like it now because it's unique. Anyway, that's just giving it a little bit of texture. Some of the areas I got thin, some I got thick, so some of it showed up and some of it didn't. I let it dry, and then it had kind of a spongy texture, so I'm applying another coat of gesso. Even after doing those 3 coats, the page is still really flexible, which is, I thought was kind of weird. I thought that molding paste would make it hard, but apparently not. So here I'm taking some watercolor paint straight out of the tube, which was probably a mistake. I probably should have thinned it a little bit before doing this. I've seen a lot of art journaling people on YouTube that have done like the drip thing, and I think they're using inks and not watercolor straight from the tube, but this was my attempt at the drips. I don't know if it really worked, but the results are kind of cool. So I'm just working the yellow in, trying to get it to cover more. This painting is kind of inspired by what I saw on my way home from work the day I painted this. It had been raining really hard, and there was this big, huge rainbow, and it looked like it was like right in front of me, like I could drive into it. And I just imagined what it would be like standing in a rainbow. So that's my inspiration for this one. Started with yellow because it was the lightest color. Trying to get it to run some more. Decided it needed to be more yellow. Now I decide I'm gonna thin the watercolor paint with some water before applying it, so it'll run better. And I spray it with more water. I love watching it run down, but we do add more because that's not enough color for me. And I just keep adding more and more red till I get a whole lot of red. I'm just encouraging it now because it's not flowing as well as I wanted it to. And I think it needs to cover more area, so. And there, I've let it dry, and we're gonna add, excuse me, we're gonna add a little blue to some yellow and make a little bit green for the other side. We have a little bit more yellow, and then just keep going over it more and more. Add that water and make it run down. Keep encouraging it. You can see that texture in the molding paste a little bit at this angle. Sorry I didn't get the whole thing in, I just was going for it and didn't realize how close the camera was to the table. Now I'm going for the blue. I need to have a little purple there on the end, so we're going to add a little red to the blue, make it a little purple, put it on the side there. Don't worry, by the time I'm done, all that white is gone. I I just keep working it to death. Like I said, I still don't have enough yellow. I was really impressed by the yellow in the rainbow. That was the strongest color. And I could just see yellow sparkles falling down. It was just awesome. These watercolors, I believe, are Winsor Newton watercolors. Not 100% on that. They could be Academy. Got them from Cheap Joe's. So I'm just trying to put some of that color into the grooves just to give it a little bit more interest. There you can see my name, Shelly. Not really trying to write the words, just fill in the grooves. So I think even at that point I'd forgotten exactly what I'd written. Gotta cover up that white. So now I traced a girl on, well, I drew one on a regular piece of paper, separate piece of paper, got it where I figured I liked it, then I traced it on here, and now I'm just outlining it so I know where to go, because the tracing didn't work too well on all that texture. Just going to use some black acrylic paint to create a silhouette. Now I decide she needs some ground to be standing on, not floating up, so we're going to take some of that black, thin it out, and we're going to run it up from the bottom. I think it looks really cool when it's wet. When it dries, it fades a little bit, but as it was going on when it was wet, it was really cool. See? Isn't that cool? Fades quite a bit once it's dry. And I decided it's not quite dark enough, doesn't quite reach her feet. So we're going to do it again. Coat a lot more black on there. A little bit more yellow. I add it to the top, and I think right in here somewhere, the you don't see because the camera cut out, I do some yellow splatters just over the girl a little bit, so she has some splashes on her. And now we're gonna write our words. And like I said, it was inspired by my rainbow that I saw on the way home from work, so we're writing Dancing in Rainbows. I'm just using a small round brush and some black acrylic paint. So there it is. Got Dancing in Rainbows. See the little specks of yellow on the girl. And here's a couple of stills. Get a little bit of an idea of the texture that was in it. And that is it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.